Jeff, et cetera, were in. But I guess physically, practices, like how have you seen them try to stay sharp? Considering their role again may change.
Yeah, I mean they, we have what we call play groups. So we've mixed in some play groups. Even on some days when nobody else is in the gym, those guys might be in the gym and playing a little bit of 3-on-3, 4-on-4, whatever it may be, and individual work. And so I think they're all in a good place, ready as you can be.
Who are your starters going to be tonight?
The same that we kind of basically finished with.
Okay, so it's PJ.
Yeah, correct.
For you, just going into the series, Drew obviously struggled at the start of Game 7 and then had that really big stretch in the fourth quarter. Just how do you try to keep him aggressive and keep him confident, even though he did kind of go through some shooting struggles last year?
Yeah, I think it's been a theme for us for him to be aggressive. He knows that that's important to us. He knows that's when we're at our best. And, so I think it's just a kind of ongoing, continuing conversation that a lot of the things that happens in the playoffs, they're hopefully things that you've been kind of talking about and working on during the season and building habits, building the mindset. And, he's been good that way.
With PJ in the starting lineup, obviously there's times where defenses are going to try to hide somebody on him. How do you get him to be active offense?
I think we need PJ to be PJ. We need us to be us offensively. And, but I think he can, be a screener. He can be a ball mover. He can work the offensive glass. He can, at the end of the day, if you're locked up with him in a corner, then somebody's getting to the paint. So I think we just want to play basketball. And, PJ knows how to function at a high level for us and how we play.
With the protocols being what they've been, I know for most of the year this wasn't possible, but since things have loosened up, have you been able to do any of the break breads? Yeah,
we've had break breads, as the season wound down, I think, and now going into the playoffs, and yes, some of those lifting of restrictions have made it, just more logistically possible to do some of the things that keep us together.
What was the first one like? And then also, you actually had a couple days off between Game 7 and now. Were you able to get to one over the last couple days?
We did not do one over the last couple of days, and I can't remember the first one. I mean, again, to be honest with you, I think, probably every team, and us not being any different, we're pushing the envelope for whatever was allowed at that particular point in the season. So at some point, it may have been a break bread in a hotel ballroom and plastic silverware, and then it may have been a break bread with real silverware and, somebody actually asking you what you wanted. And so there's just been this kind of evolution that every team's gone through. And so I don't know that there was a first. It's just like a continuing, always, updated and changing. Yep.
Big silverware.
Yeah.
So we've all went through. I have two for you. First, I'm just curious. You talked about changes from series to series, game to game, and intensity going up. I'm just wondering what you've seen guys over the last couple of days. Is there any higher level of focus or any changes that you've seen in sort of how they're dialing in for the Eastern Conference?
I think that the thing I feel like that's been consistent is the focus. I think, starting with the first round, starting with the second round. And to be honest, I think the intensity is at a high level, game one of the first round and through it. And, there's, as a series goes on, I think you learn more about each other, and there's just more things that maybe you can dial in and just kind of be on point. But the focus has been good the last couple of days, but I would say the focus has been good really since the playoffs have started. And I think, the opponents, have been incredible to date, and they're going to be incredible going forward. And, I think the mindset has been good from the beginning.
And Giannis said that he sees Trae Young as just an unbelievable player, especially for his size. I'm wondering, as you're looking at the film of him, what has stood out to you in particular?
Yeah, he's very unique, very, very skilled and talented. I think takes advantage of every opportunity to create advantages. He's very smart, very creative. He's a great passer, obviously, great at creating contact and getting to the free throw line. and a great shooter. So he's got a package and he's got a toughness too that I think is maybe not appreciated enough. He keeps coming, and I think there's a lot of respect for Trae Young and really for their whole roster.
We'll do Steve McGarvey here, and then Eric's got 2 on Zoom.
Right. You talked about having basically 3 different versions of the Brooklyn Nets with all the guys coming in and out. The Hawks have some guys questionable coming back from injury. The Nets experience, how's that going to help you prepare for the possibility to deal with different combinations?
Yeah, the thing we said, you just got to be ready to play whoever's out there, and there are things that can change, but there are also a ton of just fundamental, basic things, defensively, offensively, where you've got to be, high focus and high execution, and you just got to be ready to play basketball, and regardless of who's playing.
Martenzie Johnson.
Coach, you worked with and coached new Celtics coach Ime Udoka while in San Antonio. 1, what's the fond memory you have of working with him? And 2, what should the Celtics be expecting from him?
Yeah, a lot of fond memories of Ime. Just one of the toughest, smartest, strongest, players that have been around. Nobody could move him or really mess with Ime at all. He's just got this quiet, but everybody knew. There's a great toughness, the guy behind that. I think that's kind of what the Celtics should expect, a guy that's just highly intelligent, but also has a toughness, has a way of communicating, connecting with players. He's just got a great way about him. Very happy for Ime and wish him well.
One more to Vinny Goodwill.
Hey, but coming off such a long and exhausting sort of emotional series, there could be like a tendency to have almost an emotional letdown. Are you kind of on guard for that? Have you sort of maybe mentioned that to the players, because Atlanta is not Brooklyn and Kevin Durant? Is that something that you're on guard for at all? Or do you just think you have the appropriate, fear and focus that you mentioned earlier?
Yeah, no, I mean, coaches, we try and take advantage of every opportunity to just get the team ready. Talk about the mental approach, being mentally right, regardless of the circumstances. And, you're just trying to find a way to win and advance. And, it takes the right mental approach, the right mental focus. But I like I was saying a little bit earlier, the group's been in a good place that way. And the last few days have been good. So we can't, that's what we got to expect of each other. And I think we will.
All right, thanks, bud.
Thank you, guys.